Captain Nkrabeah Effah Dartey is a former member of parliament and also a lawyer. He's lawyer for Aisha Huang. Captain, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
I was trying there to just recollect events for my listeners and just to try and explain what the narrative is over the period. Before I even speak to you as a lawyer for Aisha Huang, I'll speak to you as a politician and a member of the New Patriotic Party who once served as the party's member of parliament. What do you make of this narrative that we are seeing, which is climaxing now in what the police officers are presented in court?
Honestly, I am amazed at the detailed assembly of facts and references to what happened in the courtroom. I was physically there that day when the prosecution brought a nolly prosecutor telling the court that the case against Aisha Huang and 4 others should be discontinued. My Lord Justice Nkrabeah trying the case, which had then reached the level of opening of defense. He then said he has no option but to strike out the case and to discharge the accused. Immediately thereafter, I told the CID man handling the case that if my client has been discharged, then I'm going home with her. Then he said, "Oh, Captain, just hold on. We will take her to police headquarters for some documentation, and then after that." Then I said, "Okay, we'll see." The following day, I heard that Aisha Huang has been flown out of Ghana back home to China. So, the question then is, what happened to Aisha Huang when she left the courtroom? And how did she emerge back home in China? Now, did she fly with Ethiopian Airlines at her own wish or desire or option? Or is it that all this had been pre-arranged? And so she was told, "Madam, sorry, you have to leave Ghana," and then they took her away. Because actually, we don't have any executive instrument signed by the president declaring her as persona non grata. We don't have any act of parliament declaring her persona non grata. We don't have any document from the Minister of Interior declaring her persona non grata. So how come that against her will she was put on a plane, absolutely unprepared, and flown out of the country? And now look at all the references you are drawing. The statement by the senior minister, His Excellency's own statement about it, and the Minister of Information. Oh my God, this is interesting. And as you rightly concluded, today in court, the police were telling the court that my client sneaked out of Ghana. Sneak. That means she escaped. She literally left the country unnoticed and without warning and to anybody. But this cannot be true. So why is officials though trying to shy away from what really happened? And why are different impressions being created? I agree with the Osafo Mafo, the senior minister, that jailing Aisha Huang will not solve Ghana's problems. But even more so, speaking purely as a lawyer, I think that the decision to take her away out of Ghana was because there was no legal basis for the prosecution in 2017-18.
Okay, we'll come back to the merit of the 2017 case, which the Attorney General is planning to revisit. But you also said that she was not declared a persona non grata. I think that may be contrary to what the Immigration Service wrote to her. On the same date that you were in court and she was discharged, that same date, 19th December 2018, the Ghana Immigration Service, through its Comptroller General, Kwame Esuatechi, wrote to her, N. Huang, with passport number stated, and said, notice of revocation of permit and repatriation. You are hereby informed that in accordance with Section 22A of the Immigration Act 2000, Act 573, your permit to remain in Ghana has been revoked. You are to leave Ghana immediately on receipt of this notice. You are directed to stay out of the country until the Comptroller General approves of your future re-entry into Ghana. So that should suffice as a persona non grata declaration, isn't it?
Oh, very much so. In fact, but for your reading of this thing to me right now, I had no idea whatsoever that such a document was in existence. No idea whatsoever.
Have you been in touch with your client from the 19th December 2018 since she left, or she disappeared from the courtroom?
Oh, since she, I like the way you say disappeared. Since 2018, when she was flown out of Ghana, I have not seen her physically until today in the courtroom.
Have you maintained any source of any kind of communication with her? Because, I mean, of course, you are her lawyer. Maybe the illegal charges, fees that had to be paid, maybe she had to wire you some yuan?
Well, she has been communicating with me from China. Yes, that one I must confess. When she left to China, I think 3 days later, she told me she was in China. And she called me once or twice again from China until about 3 days ago when she called me that she wanted the police to contact me on her behalf. Yes.
So since 2018, the few days after she left that you communicated, you have not communicated again until 3 days or so ago?
Yes. She has not communicated with me. I maintain a policy as a lawyer that I will not go looking for my clients until they come to me, so that my legal fees can be met. I don't choose clients.
That's important, the legal fees bit. Did she pay you, though, by just a sideway before we continue, for the 2018 services?
Oh, yes. 2018, yes. Oh, yes. She fully paid me. Nkrabeah Effah Dartey, I don't go to court unless I'm paid.
That's very, insensitive for people who will not have a lot of money. But don't worry, we won't discuss this matter.
Well, I'm sorry. If you don't have money, don't come for me.
Captain, so when she left and you communicated with her, did she say to you that I was deported, or I left on my own volition, or I was repatriated? Did you have such a communication with her in 2018?
She told me that they put her on a flight back to China. That's all she said. And of course, she doesn't know the nuances and legal terms of deportation and exile and so on and so on.
So over the past 4 years, you are not aware if she's been back to the country or not until 3 days ago when she contacted you?
No, I don't know.
Okay. She said to you that she was put on a plane and taken home. That could mean two things. Either she was repatriated or deported. Now, the president yesterday said she may have fled out of the country. That is, that is similar, or maybe agrees what the police prosecutor said today, that she sneaked out, doesn't it?
Possibly, yes.
Do you buy the narrative of her fleeing over her repatriation?
In fact, what I, Nkrabeah, know is that we were in the courtroom. After the court process of nolle prosequi, the CID told me they are taking her for some documentation. The next thing I heard from her 2 days later was that she was in China. And I know she was in gainful employment here in Ghana. I know she had a lot of business interest. She was in the business of selling mining materials, spare parts, and so on. So,
do you know if she has obtained citizenship?
I wouldn't know, because for the past 5 years, I've not been in contact with her.
Even if it is citizenship by marriage, perhaps?
Oh, but I know that she's married. She's married to a Ghanaian. I know this because her Ghanaian husband, a businessman in Kumasi, a master's degree holder from a Chinese university, an Ashanti. He came here to this my law office about was it Monday or Friday that he wanted to engage me as a lawyer for his wife, Aisha, who had then been reported in the news.
Do you want to volunteer his name to us?
Oh, I know he's Prince, but the surname I forget.
But he's a business, not a politician, not a traditional ruler, nothing whatsoever.
No. I think he's into engineering or something like that. He took his master's degree because when he told me he married in China and they performed customary law marriage in China, and that she's his wife, I was surprised because I don't know how soon they got married anyway.
So it means you didn't know them as a couple when you were her representative in 2018.
I think as at that time, Aisha was not married.
Interesting. This Aisha person, what kind of personality is she? You have related with her maybe in the past. I don't know if you, in the recent days, you've also managed to see her and speak with her. What kind of person is she?
My very first impression of Aisha is that she's a very lively fellow. In fact, a former immigration officer linked me with her. And our first meeting was at, guess where? Kempinski Hotel.
Very expensive and plush.
The lobby of Kempinski Hotel. That's where we met and had lunch together. And she recruited me as her lawyer. And thereafter, anytime she came to my office, she was very lively, cracking jokes here and there. And she's of a diminutive personality, smallish kind of person, and very lively. But when I saw her in court today, she looked very solemn. And I guess apparently she's not herself because of the weight of the whole the way the media is talking about her, including a newspaper on her. It made the whole case something else.
She is referred to in the media space as Galamsey Queen. Have you had a conversation with her on Galamsey? What is she's been engaging in any mining of a kind?
I beg to say no. And no, because 5 years ago when I was defending her, the issue of Galamsey did not come in at all. And now it was my junior lawyer who went to see her physically yesterday. And I was not there. And when I saw her today, I could not even talk to her because she was in the dock. But no, I don't have any information from her confirming or denying about her being involved in Galamsey queenship or campaign, Galamsey and so on. No.
Do you speak English with her?
Do I?
Does she speak English?
Oh, very good English. Very good English.
Does she speak Twi?
I don't think so, but I wouldn't know. Throughout my relationship with her, far back 5 years ago, we spoke English throughout.
Let's go back to the courtroom now. So she has been rearrested and brought before the court, and the charges have nothing to do with her supposed sneaking out, as the police is suggesting to us. But the Attorney General has also served notice that he would go back for the 2017 or 2018 docket and revisit that particular case. As a lawyer, what do you make of that decision of the prosecutor, the state prosecutor?
Well, what do I make of it? I'll say nothing, because the Attorney General, when the Attorney General enters nolli prosequi, it does not mean he is disabling himself from starting the case afresh. No. The Attorney General can elect to restore the case and start fresh prosecution on the same charges, on the same fact. That is the position of the law. But be it as it may, as far as we are there, if the police or the state or the Attorney General, for that matter, wants to change the charge sheet and bring any other charges, we as lawyers will do the best we can to defend our clients to the best of our ability.
What is the case of your client that you have been telling the judge?
Simply that she is not guilty of the charges preferred against her, that she is not involved in illegal mining, that she is not doing anything that is against the law. And we are ready and prepared to face all her accusers, all witnesses who may be brought, so to answer questions. And this reminds me of the 2017-2018 case. All the 6 witnesses who were brought were only giving tangential evidence. Tangential, that we saw her, this and that and this and that. But as to the very issue of engaging in an act which is criminal in Ghana, nobody said anything like that. So,
You failed to secure her bail. That could portend problem for her, that you may not be able to defend her in the future, because if you couldn't secure her bail after having gone on remand and now she's been remanded again, that's a sign of your case not looking that good, isn't it?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think rather that today, in a sense, I pity the judge, because the weight of the case, the way the matter has attracted so much national discussion, national debate, national interest, with almost every radio station in Ghana talking about this matter, with almost every newspaper talking about this case in Ghana. Honestly, anybody sitting there as a judge would feel the weight of public opinion on his mind and would choose the option of just denying bail, because honestly, the matter is too much for the judge.
Does that scare you, that the public opinion against your client is so much?
The public opinion against my client is too much. Yes, I must confess, I am disturbed by it. But, I am trained as a lawyer to take up cases at all costs and do the best I can. I'm not going to suffer a sleepless night because bail has been denied. Because I know for sure today in court, I did my best. I spoke what every lawyer will diligently do to save his or her client. So if bail has been denied, I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do.
The Captain Nkrabeah Effah Dartey we know is not alien to controversial cases, and so we are sure that you are happy handling a case like this one.
I am pushed to laugh because it is not that I pray to God to give me controversial cases. It is not that I delight in taking cases which are controversial. But it is that I am there in my office like right now, and then by the grace of Almighty God, some persons walk in with complicated issues. And because I'm a lawyer who has sworn an oath to defend everybody who will come for my service, I tell you my conditions. And if you are able to satisfy the conditions, I make myself available to defend you to the best of my ability.
Very
So
well.
that is how it goes.
Thank you so much for speaking to us and wish you all the best, sir.